What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Charles, host of H-Town Unfiltered, coming to you today with some more Texan content. Y'all motherfuckers got to understand, covering this team is very unpredictable, and I'm gonna tell you why. This team literally can go any direction in the 2025 NFL draft. But the good news is that I think I kind of know what direction they're going in. If you guys are liking the content, man, I need y'all motherfucking ass to subscribe, share, comment down below, get me engagement, man. Let me know how y'all feeling about it. Um, I think it's very important as a community, as a Texan community, for us to communicate. And you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to reach out to the sector, man, the Texan sector. I'm trying to get in there. So you guys liking, commenting, and subscribing is doing wonders for me. And I definitely do appreciate it. Now, who are the Texans drafting in the NFL 2025 draft? Now, I've seen a whole bunch of scenarios of how this could play out. Now, if you guys haven't been keeping up, the Texans have traded for two new offensive weapons, not weapons, sorry, offensive alignment. Sorry, they got one from Minnesota, and then they got one from the Cardinals. Now, I don't know how those. I don't know if those two dudes are going to be like camp bodies or if they're actually going to have a chance to compete for the fucking starting job. I highly doubt that. But I think these signings are mostly camp bodies. Now, as of recently, and when I mean recently, I mean today, the Texans have reconstructed Christian Kirk's contract to give us $14 million extra in cap for this year. So I don't think Nick Caserio's done making moves. Now, what is he getting this cap savings for? Is it to sign back Diggs? Is it to go after Cooper Kupp? I have no idea, but I think it's going to be one of those two moves. I think he's going to go move it into a direction of a wide receiver. Now, who are the Texans drafting in the year of 2025? I've played a couple scenarios. I'm gonna be completely honest, guys. I think Emeka Buka gets reached on. I think Dallas is going to grab him. They've already got a running back now with Javonte Williams, so I think they're going to lean on him a little bit more this season. But I think Dallas is going to reach for Emeka Buka, and they're going to take him with their pick. That's just my gut feeling of how it's going to happen. But good news, I think Matthew Bolden's going to fall. Now, the only team I'm worried about drafting Matthew Golden is the Packers because the Packers definitely do need a wide receiver. But I think if he gets past the Packers, we got a pretty good shot at landing him. Now, who are the Texans going to draft? I think, in my heart of hearts, the way I see the draft going, I see either somebody's going to fall between Will Campbell or Kelvin Banks. Now, I don't know who's going to be there, but I feel like the Texans are going to take either Kelvin Banks or they're going to take Will Campbell. Now, this is a that would be a quote unquote boring pick. It ain't a sexy pick. Nobody likes taking offensive linemen in the first round, but it's a necessary pick because if I had to pick and choose who I would want out of between Will Campbell and Kelvin Banks, I'm going to take Kelvin Banks. Now, the only reason I'm suggesting us taking an O lineman in the first round anyway is because I think the Texans are going to sign a wide receiver. And I don't think they're going to go wide receiver in the draft because at that point we'll have Nico Collins, Christian Kirk, and we'll have either Cooper Kupp or Stephon Diggs. I think we're going to get either one of those, and I think that's going to be breaking news here pretty soon, maybe this week. So we'll know by then. But if I'm looking at it on that landscape, I can also see us drafting Colston Loveland from Michigan. We do need a tight end, guys. Let's not be deceived. Dalton Schultz is not good. Colston Loveland would be an instant upgrade, a good vertical threat, a good, aggressive catcher. He catches with his hands, and he's a pretty decent blocker. He's not the best, but he's better than Dalton Schultz. So I think when you take into all accounts, I think we're either going to go a tight end or we're going to go a tackle. And if I had to get a preference in between the players I would want, I'll take Kelvin Banks. He's been an award winner for 2 years in a row now. He's one of the most decorated offensive linemen in the draft. I'm a UT fan, so I've seen him play for the last 3 years. He's been a starter since he was a freshman. Jesus Christ. I mean, there's so many accolades that come with Kelvin Banks. I mean, you can go on and on and on, but he is going to be the X factor for this offensive line, and I feel like he's going to set the tone. So if we're looking at it like this, I could see how the offensive line is set up. If we do take Kelvin Banks, it'll be Kelvin Banks left tackle. It'll be probably Juice Scruggs at left guard. It'll probably be Jared Patterson at center. Right guard would almost likely be one of the people that we signed. I don't really know their names, but it'll be one of those dudes. And then on the right tackle side, it'll be Titus Howard. And he'll go back to his natural position. But I think Kelvin Banks will fill out that offensive line completely. In the second round of the NFL draft, I do want us to take Quinshon Judkins. We need to get a running back, guys. We don't have a running back besides Joe Mixon. And if Joe Mixon doesn't, get hurt or something, we're done. So we need an insurance plan, and that'll be Quinshon Judkins. He's a strong runner. He's going to fit this, the Rams scheme, kind of that power zone scheme that they got going on up there in McVay. And it's going to be a perfect fit. I think it'll be a match made in heaven with Quinshon on this team. And I feel like once he gets on the team, we're going to be set. So if we can get Kelvin Banks and Quinshon Judkins in this draft, the Houston Texans offense immediately just upgraded. And I am highly confident that we can land both of those people. We just got to play it out pretty smart, and the Texans got to know ball. Because if you don't get Quinshon and you don't get Kelvin, then you're really just screwing yourselves out of an opportunity to win and an opportunity to win now. Because CJ is going to get paid in the next 4 years, and we're not going to have a lot of cap. So we need to go ahead and capitalize and maximize on it now. And Quinshon Judkins got that dog in him. He got that Texan mentality that people like to preach. The same thing you see with Kamari Lassiter when he be hitting his helmet after he makes a big ass play, and he hits his helmet and all that. Quinshon Judkins has that same explosiveness. So I believe the Texans will draft either or. I think they'll draft both Kelvin Banks and Quinshon. That's just like my bold, sexy prediction when it comes to NFL drafting time for the Texans, but we're going to get either or. I wouldn't be mad personally at either pick because I think both players will be phenomenal in this league. And if we can land both, oh my God, our offense would be so. We'll have Kelvin Banks, Quinshon Judkins, Joe Mixon, Nico Collins, Cooper Kupp, and Christian Kirk. That's like that is a definition of a wet dream right there. Like that's literally the definition of it. But I appreciate you guys' time today. We're going to go Kelvin Banks and Quinshon Judkins in the draft. That's my bold prediction. But if you guys have any predictions, on your own, go ahead and comment and like it down below. I appreciate you guys' time, man. And y'all know my slogan. If it ain't the Texans, F them. But I'm going to see y'all on the next one. I'm gone, man. Peace.